Hello there, Great 108s. Coach Tina here. I tell you what, I'm on fire today. Did another 3 days with Tony Robbins. He didn't actually show up because of the baby, but still exciting. The material was absolutely incredible. It was wealth mastery, and I love numbers and numbers love me. That's the mantra that we say. But I really do love numbers. As a former math teacher, it's my thing. So I really did enjoy the event. And of course, it just blew my mind. All the stuff. It Some of it is so simple, and then some of it is just like, wow, I never thought of it that way, right? So this morning I started to think about my life, and I literally wrote down a question and then I crossed it off and I said, no, ask better questions. So today my question was, what change do I need to make to rock my goals today? Instead of telling myself that, "Ugh, I got to make my to-do list," right? No, how can I rock? How can I do, like, tonight when I go to bed, I want to celebrate what an amazing day I had. So, of course, I'm all ramped up, but it reminds me of Tony's state story strategy method that he uses. And so the state I'm in is total self confidence because wealth mastery was not just about money. Wealth mastery was about self worth. And it was a message I really needed to hear. This natural treasure that I am. And I know that sounds crazy, but my mind did not believe that before. Now, I know why my mind went into lots of different areas and we worked on limiting beliefs. I have some things from my childhood, right? Like I came from divorced parents. And one of the things that happened in my world was this. It was 1967 when my parents got divorced, and my dad wasn't making a lot of money. The judge gave him a, here's your child support amount that you give, and it was little. It was $75 a month is what my dad had to pay for me. And that probably wouldn't have mattered except for how my mom handled it. So I remember very distinctly when I was a teenager, my mom would give me that $75 as like my allowance. And she's like, this is how much you're worth. And she was angry that she wasn't getting more money from my dad. And sure, I was happy to get the money, but I felt like I'd done something wrong. Just because I'm empathic, I take in stuff like that, right? So, fast forward many, many years, right? I look back now and I see all of the times that I have internalized this self worth being attached to money, and I just need to keep it on the down low. Um, my mom would do things like buy things for me, but we had to hide them from my stepdad so that he didn't know. I don't know what he didn't know, right? Like but it was that ickiness that was attached to when I bought myself things. It was, I had to sneak or lie or hide, and ugh, not good. So, as you might imagine, that got me into a marriage at a certain point where my worth was not leveled up either. I spent 25 years in a wonderful marriage, except that he was more in love with the bottle than he was with me. And I was afraid to ever step forward and say to him, hey, I have these concerns. Like, this is not how I wanted my life to turn out. Until at about the 25-year mark, I thought, you know what? I can't keep living like this. I thought I had tried everything. I know now that I could have done more, but it wasn't the alcoholism. That was an excuse. I was afraid of facing life and actually living it as well. I wasn't standing up for my truth and how I knew life should be. I was willing to just step back and be like, oh, my life sucks. And I can't move forward because I have this circumstance and this circumstance. But I eventually gave up on the outcome. It got so painful that I just said, I cannot continue to live like this. I have got to say to him, we can't continue with you drinking. And so I faced my fear, totally afraid that he was going to pick alcohol over our family, and he did. He refused to believe that it was an issue. He never, in our 25 years together, said he had a drinking problem. And so the good news is I had reached a point where I was like, okay, regardless of how this turns out, I am moving forward in my life. And that's what I did. And it was hard. I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying that it was not hard, but I got to that place in my divorce where I had to ask for half of what we owned. And I didn't feel like I was worth half, even though that's the law, right? In our state. And I had to, I had always managed our finances, so I knew what we had. And I got my net worth statement, ours, and I tried to balance like if he gets this and I get this. And the numbers were like, I was giving myself this little tiny bit, and he was, I felt he deserved all this because he'd done all the work and everything. And then I just, I, I really worked on myself during that time period. I went to a counselor, and it was all about me and my self worth. Where am I blind spotting? Why can I not figure this out? Why do I feel like I don't deserve half? I mean, I deserve half. And so I worked through that, and it was tough, but that bump helped my self confidence, right? I started to look at it and be like, oh, okay, I get it. And boy, I, there was lots of growth and development in that stage. And then on the other side of it, right? It's like Dean says, when we take uncomfortable action, it changes us. And I did. I took uncomfortable action. And on the other side, never would have seen it that there was a man waiting for me because I was never getting married again. And he not only loves me, he shines God's love at me, right? Like he reminds me that I am a child of God, beloved. And it isn't about the human experience, it's the gift that God has given me through my husband, through everything that I have. And I get to live life like absolutely abundant now, full of love and joy and hope for the future, right? Like right now, I am stepping into this most amazing adventure. And it's exciting and it's simple and it's fun. And I never thought that was possible. And so we went through mastery for 3 days. And guess what? This husband, he attended all 3 days with me. He not only was right there by my side, but he encouraged me to go to the next level. And I wasn't even ready for it, right? Like, I'm like, no, 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 I'm not worthy. I haven't done all the KBB work, and I haven't made a successful course yet. I have mastermind, but not KBB. And I had all these, I don't have enough time. And I have so many other things I'm in. And he was like, no, stop, grow, develop, transform. I want that for you. Can you guys hear my heart? Like it burst open with, he believes in me. He believes in what I'm capable of. And it made me believe in what I'm capable of, which blows out all those limiting beliefs of that I'm not enough and I don't have the time and I'm not set up for it right and I don't have the resources. Nope. Erase, disconnect. We'll do all the master co work we can do. Those messages are all that old story. And the new story comes in and it fills me up. This belief that that vision in my head of what is possible in the future is real and true and possible. And I am just going to push through it. I am going to choose a different life than what the past showed me. I'm going to show up for the new me and the new life, and I am going to inspire and impact lives. It's exciting. It's such a thrill. And so I have a new strategy, a new way to show up, and I'm going to try everything until I find the right way because I am making my move. Okay, people? So what does that look like? I don't know, but it starts with us having closer relationships. I want to help. If you are watching my videos and you need something, reach out to me and see what I can do for you. I have a lifetime of varied experiences. It's not all about relationship, it's not all about the money stuff. I have career experience out the you know what. I've got a background in helping people find new careers and new life, basically. There's so much that I want to help with. And I have the tools and I have the resources. And what I leveled up with is Leadership Academy. So over the next 2 years, I'm going to be getting more one on one training from Tony and ways to do those interventions like we see in his events. I get to step up and do that kind of work in addition to the strategic um, coaching that I'm already in his stuff. So I am on the Tony bandwagon, no doubt about it. But reach out to me, let me know how I can help you. I have the mastermind, it's in approval right now from for doing the 7x7 program that I learned in Business Mastery with Tony. I've got that set up on Mastermind. So I just need people to jump in and help me develop it, help me create a program that will work for other people too. And so you can get in on the ground floor and help me there. I have this wealth mastery information that I can share and that I'm excited about. But I just want us to be closer. Proximity, right? So I'm going to schedule an event for this weekend. So I think that we can work around the time zones. And I'm just going to be on for a couple of hours and talk and share. And I want you guys to come into Zoom and let's have discussions. Let's get to know each other better. It's just going to be like a social time. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'm super excited. I'm going to put some stuff in the group and let's just live life together. A magnificent new life of who we want to be next. Okay, I want that for you, and we'll just see what happens. All right, until next time, I'll talk to you soon.